All right, so I had a couple requests about going over solutions for the trig quiz, so here we go. So remember for trig, the big idea is that SOHCAHTOA, so make sure you remember all those ratios of sides of a triangle. So here's what I do. From sine C, I'll mark the reference angle, and sine of C is opposite over hypotenuse, so SOH. So 27 over 45, you've got that ratio. Reduce it, they're both divisible by 9, 3 over 5, boom, you're done. Right, all goes by SOHCAHTOA. So 2, tangent of A. Again, from A is your reference point. Tangent opposite over adjacent, so 18 over 24. Reduce both of those by 6, which gives you 3 over 4. 3/4. So it's all about finding the side lengths and reducing, simplifying. 3, tangent of X. Reference is X, tangent opposite over adjacent, 16 over 30. Divide both of these by 3, get 8 over 15. Answer. 4, sine of X. I didn't mark my reference here, but sine is opposite over hypotenuse. 36 over 45, both divisible by 9, 4/5. Okay, 5. Now you're finding the missing side, actually using the trig values. So now if you've got this as your reference angle, opposite and hypotenuse is sine, so we do sine of 59 equals x over 11. So that's where I get this. Don't forget you can put your trig function over 1. When you cross multiply, the 11 does go in front, so it's 11 sine 59 equals this x. So that's here. So literally plug 11 sine 59 into your graphing calculator, or if you have to do the old school calculator, you'd have to do it a little bit backwards. You know what? I'll show you that right here. So let me see my calculator. Why can't I find it? Oh, here we go. So my calculator, here we are. If I'm going to do that one, so in the basic calculator, this is the very basic, not the grapher. If I do 11 sine 59, I would have to do 11 times 59 sine. So that's the sine of 59, then hit equals. That'll give you 9.42, right, which is that one. All right, so the other way to do this, right, you can do 59 of sine first, then multiply by 11. Either way, that'll give you 9.42. If you have the grapher, or the grapher that we used off of Park, you can plug in literally 11 sine 59, hit enter, and you'll get that value. Right, so same goes for the rest here. So for 6, from 41, so sine of 41 is 10 over x. Right, 10 over x, put that over 1. Cross multiply, so you get x sine 41 equals 10. But from here, you can divide by sine of 41. You'll get 10 over sine 41 is your solution. And again, calculate that out, you get 15.2. One nice trick for these. Since you have the x sine 41, you can switch x and sine 41. If I switch these on the diagonal, you get 10 over sine 41. So that's what I do mentally if you have x on the bottom. Just switch those and get 10 over that value. Or cross multiply, either way is good. All right, for 7, 20, let's see, we've got tangent. So tangent of 20 is 11 over x. Same thing, if x is on the bottom, switch those, 11 over tangent 20. Calculate that, you get A. 8, from here you got sine of 66 is 20 over x. Oh, x on the bottom. I didn't put this over 1, but you can switch those. So 20 over sine 66, and you get A. All right, for number 9, 70. So this can be tangent, opposite over adjacent. So tangent of 70 is x over 20. Oh, x is on the top. You can just cross multiply. So it's 20 tangent 70 equals x. Calculate it. You get option C. 10. Here's another tangent. 29. So tangent 29 is x over 13. Same thing, cross multiply. 13 tangent 29 equals x. Solve it, you get D. 11. This is a sine. So sine of x, sine of 32 equals x over 17, which here it is. Cross multiply, so you get 17 sine 32. Right, and cross multiply for those. 12, sine of 18 is x over 14. Cross multiply, you get 14 sine 18, which is option C. All right, so now when you get to 13, now you have to use those inverses. And please remember that inverses only find the angles. So with this, that is your reference angle, and I see adjacent and hypotenuse. A and H is cosine. So this is the typical setup. Cosine inverse of x is 19 over 28, right? Adjacent over hypotenuse. But if you switch the 19 over 28 and x, right, do the inverse of 19 over 28, that's how you solve for x and get 47. Notice, if I go back to my calculator here, if I do 19 over 28, you have to do it from the simple calculator first, right? Do the 19 over 28. And then you don't have the inverse here. Notice that -1. I have to now hit second, and now you see the inverses pop up. So now if I do the cosine inverse of that, hey, 47.26. That's why we get that option B. So please make sure you're using those inverses, and notice these ones, not these values. These are different. So the regular trig function inverses. All right, so this one, again, it's a cosine. This worksheet does get stuck with a lot of similar ones. So cosine inverse in a nice shortcut is 11 over 45. It's in there already. Do the inverse. You get C. Same thing, another cosine, 49 over 51, inverse. You get X, which is D there. Another cosine, 5 over 10. Hey, that's a special right triangle, if you notice that. 5 over 10, do the inverse, you get 60 for that one. So you're using all the inverses for these. Hey, look, a different one. Sine, inverse sine, 39 over 40. Right there it is. Do your inverse sine, and you'll get your value for A. And tangent, so inverse tangent, 54 over 30. Calculate that, you're going to get option A. And the last two, here is inverse sine, 19 over 29. Inverse sine is X, so you get C. And another special right triangle snuck in here. Tangent, inverse tangent of 3 over 3, which is a 1, by the way, is going to give you your X, so that's 45 degrees. Right, so hopefully this helps clarify any issues that were on that quiz, but the grades were good. Those have been entered into your grade book. All right, keep up the good work. Sir Chappie, out.